Laser printer at warehouse will not print shipping labels. Restarted printer and still does not work. So when it comes to printers, it's, you know, you would really need hands-on access to really troubleshoot if it's a physical issue. So if it's a physical issue. Now in this case, if I had a phone number to talk to D, I would call user and I would talk to them directly and access their computer if they're trying to install the printer. But in this case, it sounds like D has direct access to this laser printer, right? So you have two options: have physical access to it, which as help desk you do not, unless you're help desk slash on-site tech, then you can go to that printer directly yourself and then test it, resolve the issue. So in this case, you have to talk, and I suggest you talk to them on the phone because it's going to be a lot faster. By sending messages back and forth, it'll take forever to troubleshoot this. It'll take forever. But in this case, printer at the warehouse will not print shipping labels. So it's a printer just used for shipping labels, or it could be a label per printer. We don't know. We need more information on this. Restarted printer still does not work. A lot of times restarting computers will fix them, but when it comes to printers, may not work. So typically when something is stuck, when a print spooler has a lot of queued up, if it's computer related, it has a lots of queued up print jobs waiting waiting to happen. And if there's something wrong with the printer, let's say something is stuck to it, or there's a bad connection, there's no direct connection to the printer, it may stop working and it will not do anything unless you clear the spooler. So let me show you a spooler. If you go to the services, print spooler controls whether you can print or not, and it also handles print jobs that are queued up, meaning in line. Let's say I try to print something and it's going to stand in line until printer goes, when it gets to a point when it gets ready to print. So it takes time. This is why it sits in the queue, in the line, waiting to be printed. But then you queue up another one because you thought maybe it didn't start because I haven't sent it. And then another one. But then again, you might have like 5 other people doing the same thing. Now, since this is a label printer, I don't know. There could be one person working on the label printer at the warehouse, or, I mean, it's a warehouse and they create a lot of labels. You might have 10 workers, 20 workers trying to print shipping labels. This thing could be just going 24/7. We need to see, we need to have physical access to it or have user tell you what they see. What is on the screen? What is there an error message? Is there a screen? What kind of printer is it? Is there a screen on it at least? Some of the newer printers will have a screen on it and where you can manually put in any information or whatever it is, or send print job or access your secure print jobs, all kinds of stuff. But nonetheless, there might be a screen on it that might give you error. What is the error? It may not say what the actual issue is, but there might be an error code to ask you, to tell you what the issue may be. So these are all things we need to find out. Just because this ticket is vague doesn't mean that we can't talk about possible solutions. So back to the print spooler. Here's a print spooler here. This is a service that runs in the background of your computer that handles the things that I've talked about, meaning print jobs that are waiting to happen, waiting for printer to happen. So if they're stuck, this is something you might want to stop. Right now I don't have services open as admin, but if you right click it, you can select stop. Now it's grayed out because again, you need admin privileges to open up services. So every computer, or this is what I would do. Everybody that has a job waiting, you can either have them do this or have them reboot their computer as well. So you got many options here and many ways to troubleshoot this. So, but either way, we need more information and somebody with hands-on access to this printer. So you can stop this and then restart it or resume, restart, whatever it is that you need to do. We need to make sure that we stop this printer spooler to clear its queue, its line of documents being sent, files, if you will, and then we need to get it back to the running state like it says here. So stop and then start or restart or whatever it is that you have available, whatever the situation. You may find this to be broken. You may have find this to be stopped, you know. But in this case, it could be something physical wrong with that. So this is a great ticket for me to talk about of potential issues. There might be more stuff. There might be more stuff that I may have missed. And if you guys have any opinions, also leave them in the comments as well. All right, I'm going to reply, and hopefully Dee is watching this, so I don't have to provide a lot of information. But because I'm assuming that I am talking about talking to somebody on the phone. I'm assuming in this case that I would be talking to Dee on the phone and repeat all of these things. So hopefully Dee is watching, and I'm going to pretend that that was our phone conversation. So in this case, without making it confusing, I'm going to say Dee, hopefully you're watching this, and normally I would say, please watch a video, like I'll leave, a reply to customer, which sends a message to customer. Please watch my video for a possible solution, right? But I'm going to pretend that we had a conversation. I'm going to say per our phone conversation. Per our why am I not able to spell? Here we go. Conversation. Please check all of the things I've mentioned. If there are any screenshots, please refer to them for possible solution. Now, it's a bit an awkward ticket to leave a note on or leave a reply on. And by the way, I forgot to leave an internal note on the previous ticket that I've closed, but that's okay. We're just going to keep moving. That was my mistake, but we need to leave an internal note as well in some cases. Per our phone conversation, please check all the things I've mentioned. If there are any screenshots, please refer to them for possible solution. So again, there are many things that they could be wrong, and we need to talk to the customer/user to figure out what the issue may be, and we need to try all of these things if we don't know what the issue is. So we have to try all of those things in order, or in order whichever you want. As long as we try all of these things. Again, help desk is tech support. This is troubleshooting. These are all things we need to do. Irvin. So I would, if Dee is a regular customer, we can work this out, and Dee can contact me again with more information. So Dee, if you do have, I'm going to close your ticket, and I'm sorry for that, because I need to make space so the new tickets can come through so I can see them. But if you want to submit another ticket with the actual screenshot, that would be perfectly fine. This is not something, now this is just talking to you guys who are watching, this is not something you want to tell customer or user to submit a new ticket for every little thing. No, you stick with the ticket until you fix it. But I'm just telling Dee that, to submit a screenshot or error or provide more details, as much detail as possible about the issue, so and the things tried to fix it, so we can move on to other possibilities, because this is a kind of a collaboration at this point between me and Dee, who is one of my viewers. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at that, add internal note, and then we're going to pretend like we've done all the troubleshooting. performed, I'm going to say various troubleshooting methods. I'm sorry, guys. Terrible at spelling today. I need to drink more coffee is what I need. Performed various troubleshooting methods because there are way too many for me to list. As I've mentioned already, I would need more information from customer in order to resolve the issue. So customer user will not see this internal note. This is just for internal so that our manager can see it. So I'm going to close it. Again, we know why. I already mentioned this.